Hi guys, this is Kacee with your daily tarot reading. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by for a minute. It is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021, and we're going to go ahead and pull some tarot to see what kind of blessings and or obstacles we may have today. We're going to start with the Spirit Message deck and see what Spirit has for us. Okay, we're coming in with receive. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now is the time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. So some of you caregivers, some of you people that do it all for everybody all the time, you might be in a situation that you need a little help. Financially, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it may be. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot to see how that adds. It's way too many cards here. Let me do a shuffle. The cards have really been giving me a hard time today. Knight of Cups in reverse, Seven of Swords in the upright, and 10 of Cups in the upright. So right off the bat, this is giving me the energy that something very important was taken away from you, the Knight of Cups in reverse. There needs to be an apology given or received to reestablish the balance within the family household. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and that is an offer of love. A lot of times in the upright, it means the apology card, but in the reverse, next to the Seven of Swords, this is telling me that someone who did something shady with the Seven of Swords, and they need to apologize for it, and you need to receive it. You need to know that it's genuine, because of the Ten of Cups, that they really want to establish the family dynamic back into balance for whatever shady thing or bad thing that they did. I feel like in this energy they held something back. It was an important piece of information and they weren't forthcoming in something that they were doing. Let's pull some more cards to see if we can get some clarification on what they were doing or how this affected the family. You know, and sometimes when it does affect the family and it creates drama within the family, it's kind of hard to forgive depending on the level of severity the situation is. Ooh. Four of Swords, Three of Swords. Okay, guys, now listen, we have all these swords cards coming up, and this is all mental anguish, mental situations, so you have to be very, very careful, because you're coming in with the Three of Swords, which is all about heartbreak, really getting someone did something very, very devious that really shattered your soul or shattered the family dynamic because of the Ten of Cups. Something happened that was very, very intense. Four of Swords is you getting over it, because the Four is taking care of yourself, looking back on the past, kind of like with the Five of Cups, and realizing that you need to take some time, some downtime, and separate yourself so that you can put yourself back together. And it's very important that you do that. Now with the Four of Swords, that is where you're going to really kind of remove yourself from the situation and take care of you and make sure that you are getting everything that you need spiritually, emotionally, to heal over this situation with the Three of Swords. Ace of Wands is coming in with a new beginning, new inspiration, feeling different about the situation and or person. Oh, check this out. Nine of Cups. Yes, this is what we want to feel. All those cups are filled with love and beauty and happiness, and you're feeling fulfilled and you're feeling joy. So know that as you go through this, even though that apology is so needed to put the family back into balance, you may not get it on the level that you want, but know that the apology that they're giving is as sincere as they can give it. So you need to learn how to receive it on their level, because they can't understand how hard this was for you. They're not in your head. There's no words you can express to them to make them understand this, because they've never felt this before. So that they may give you an apology that you don't think is up to the standards of which you think you deserve. They don't understand that. They have not a clue, okay? They don't know how badly this hurts and how you had to really put yourself back together again, but you do. And there is a new beginning with this person, this family member, because you really can't get away from them right now. You have to accept it for however it is. It is what it is. They're only going to give you a half-assed apology according to what they did. It's like they're not sincere enough for the drama and the trauma and the damage that they caused for their actions. But that's all they have. So, you can't expect any more than that, because they haven't felt this. They don't understand. They haven't lived it. There's a block on their end in regards to maybe their maturity or their spiritual journey. You are way more advanced than they are, because you are the kind, loving, giving, caretaking person, and this is who you are. So when they say or do something that really hurts your feelings and really breaks your soul, and you're heartbroken over this, it's like, you're like, seriously, you do this to me after all the things I've done for you? And then they come at you with this half-assed apology, and you're like, really, that's all you have? They don't understand how deep that cut and how much that hurt. Here we have the karma card, guys. So know that all of this is a cycle. All of this will transpire. It's funny that the full moon just was on Saturday. So this may come into play for you with the karma card as well. Keep an open mind. Now, also with the karma, what you give out is what you get back. So even though that you don't feel like you deserve what just came at you, know that on their end, they will have 3 life lessons for them to understand what it is that they did. So you may be part of their journey for them to learn this lesson, even though it's very painful for you. It will come back 3 times. So your pain will be repaid to you in the positive 3 times. Their understanding will come up to them 3 times for them to learn the lesson. It's going to be this karma shift, and it will balance itself out in the end. So you can say karma is going to come to both of you, but you will get paid back positively because you had to deal with the situation, and they will have to learn a few lessons. 6 of Cups. Looking back on the past. This is also coming from the past to try to maybe right a wrong. Justice in reverse. It wasn't fair. You didn't think you deserved it. They didn't think that you should be so hard on them. Both sides feel that it was unjust to each side because of the perspective of the person that was dealing with it. The person that did it is kind of downplaying the situation. And I feel like it's in a maturity level, or even if they are older in age, it's more of they're a young soul versus an older soul, and it takes them a few times to get it. Even though, they could be older, it doesn't have to be a kid. It can just be someone that just doesn't get it. I was talking to my son about someone like that recently, and they just don't get it because they don't see it from anyone else's perspective. They only see it from theirs, and that is a maturity level, because as we mature, we look at it from all different perspectives. Okay, we're coming in with the 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Wands, and the upright. This situation really made you think of them differently. The 7 of Wands is that you would have done anything for them, okay? You would have went out of your way. Any challenge that they put forth that they needed, you were there for them. You were picking up their pieces all the time. You were dusting them off and putting them back on the right track. You were standing by them. This could be a family member or a best friend or someone that you really were emotionally attached to, that you wanted them to do the best thing. And then they pull this nonsense over here, and you're like, really? I've done everything I possibly can in my power to help you, and this is what you've done. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is where you take away your blessings, where you, just like with the Four of Swords, you take away, you stop talking to them, you fix yourself, you heal yourself, you forgive, probably forgive on a larger level than they're actually apologizing for. And I think that's what the received message is for us today, that we are going to have to forgive them on something on a level they can't understand. And then you come with the Eight of Swords, and that's talking about, now there's blinders on when it comes to this person. You don't see them with the rose-colored glasses of all this hope and happiness that you see that they could have if they only did X, Y, and Z. And you're so eager to help them, but at this point you're like, you know what, I don't even think I know who you are. So now you have blinders on when it comes to them. You don't trust what's coming out of their mouth. Their apology is kind of half-assed, if you ask me, because of the Three of Swords. In the Four of Swords coming in, it's like you just focus on that one thing, and then you have to heal, you have to forgive, you have to receive that energy shift of letting it go. And then new beginnings happen with the Ace of Swords and with the Nine of Cups. That's beautiful energy of love and joy and acceptance, and you're finally back on track to being the person that you usually are, that giving, loving, and helpful person, helpful soul that you truly are deep down inside. This does hurt for a long time, and you're very disappointed, and you're disappointed in them because you know they have more potential and they don't see it, and they become kind of like entitled. Here we have the Knight of Wands. Things do change. Like I said, a young energy. This is where I feel that they're not very mature, and this has nothing to do with their physical age. This has to do with their emotional age, their spiritual age. They're not as mature as they should be, and that's why they're acting like it's no big deal, and they're making, you kind of feel like they feel entitled even though they shouldn't. And you do find a happy compromise by forgiving them on the level you need to forgive them at, even though their apology is not up to par. And that's huge. That shows how ascended you happen to be, how mature you happen to be. You know, you are definitely light years away from this person's energy, and you will not stop helping them, but now you see them in a different light. See what they're capable on the negative energy. Now remember, karma comes back. Comes back and it pays you back. Pays them back. You know, the karma has to even out the energy one way or the other, so it always comes full circle. Your angel message, Omega, check this out. Victory. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So even though you have a setback with this person, like I said, they're a family member, you can't get rid of them, they're always going to be around, you do end up having that victory card in the end. So as today goes through and this person totally disappoints you and really hurts you deep down inside, and and then you take that all in and you just totally be like, you know, I'm going to take care of me, you take care of you, I look at you differently now, and this half-assed apology is not going to work for me. You are able to rise above it and forgive them on the level you need to forgive them for, because you are victorious by the end of the day. Know that while you're going through this, that's on them, and you will get paid back your positive karma. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today, guys. I know this is pretty heavy for a Tuesday. All my loving blessings to you for a quick victory in this situation. I hope to see you tomorrow for Wednesday's tarot reading. Take care.